Well, good morning, everyone. Let's see if we can get this all set up here properly. How is everyone this morning? I hope everyone is doing well, and there is quite a bit going on as usual. And we are going to dig into a whole lot of it today. And it looks like Nancy Pelosi just this morning made it official. She's going away. I'm sure most of us would have thought, would have hoped that she'd go away in a different way, but nevertheless, it looks like she is, she's moving away from Congress. Well, I can't say it wasn't expected. Like I said, I thought it would have transpired a little differently, but oh, look at that from Wendy. Thank you, Wendy. But, as long as she's gone, I guess that's what's important. All right. Well, let's see. Are the guys here? Let's see. Oh, there's Alex. Okay. So it looks like.
Howdy.
Well, good morning, Alex.
What's up?
I was just saying that Nancy Pelosi made it official this morning. She's riding off into the sunset.
Sorry.
What?
I said, yeah, who gives a shit?
Yeah, I know. I would have liked to seen her go away in a different manner, but who knows?
Over till the fat lady sings.
Yep. Morning, Dave.
Morning, guys. What's up?
You're bouncing today.
I am bouncing today, 100%.
Are you tilling or what are you doing?
Yeah, vertical tilling. Yeah, just cutting up corn stalks.
Oh, okay. Well, if you need any technical help, just let me know. I'd be happy to help.
All right. You'll point me the right direction?
Yeah, if that. Good morning, James.
Good morning, sir.
Are you still out on the road?
Yeah, I'm out in South Carolina.
Oh, South Carolina. Looks like the stash is coming in nice for you. That 70s porn look is working for you, James.
Brown chicken, brown cow.
Exactly.
Dude, you didn't just do that.
Couldn't resist it, James. Couldn't resist it. All right, well, let me say some good mornings here. Who do we have? Jason Coons is here. Squiggly77. Tim Shaw. Tim Shaw said, woohoo, I'm finally early. Well, we're just glad you're here, Tim. Rick Sr. Joy is here. Hillbilly Jones. Let's see. Towie Bixby. Good morning, Towie. Ego is here from Iowa. Christy B. from Hayesville, Kansas. Squiggly77 said, to Gitmo? Exactly. That's what I'm hoping. Tanya Moonsheimer. There she is, the star of the show, Lisa Maria. Good morning, Lisa. Wendy, Mr. Alton is here. Let's see here. Who else is piloting? Kevin Kiesler. Nut is here. Martin's WB. Good morning, Martin. Joni Singleton 8 is here. Brian. Good morning, Brian. Towie Bixby said when they leave, they have been dealt with. 100% I agree. In fact, Alex, we should pull up that one drop that says essentially that anybody who chooses not to be reelected has been put under submission. I don't remember the number of it. Lee is here. Wendy 21. Good morning. D. I'm married to Bob. Good morning. Charlie. Good morning, Charlie. Let's see here. Brian said corn, Sam. It's corn. Yeah, I know. Wendy J.
It's drop number 24. Any person making statements that they will not be seeking re-election has been put in submission. For the betterment of the country, not all will be prosecuted, and all will do as told. You will see more of this occur, not normal yet disregarded, and even on the D side.
Boom. That's a boom right there. All right, let's see. Who else we got here? Hey, PJ Party. Peggy, where have you been, young lady? We haven't seen you in a while. Glad you made it. Kathleen Garcia, nurse is here. Grand rising to you, and thank you for the compliment. Nurse said grand rising handsome fellas. I like that. Thank you, nurse. Vicky Veronica is here. June 2024, native San Diegan. Andrea Lynn, 81. She said, I just ordered my tangy tangerine for my husband. Hopefully it helps, Sam. It will. And if you have questions, you can ask me, and I can always ask Dr. Glidden. He should be here tomorrow. But great job, Andrea. Beaver is here from Colorado Springs. Sassy Minnesota girl. Diva 53. Rick Senior said, great background, Dave. Exactly. Donna Fox from New Jersey. John Langlow. Traveler is here. Good morning, Traveler. Mary Lee's Brown. Brian said, bye-bye, Nancy. Exactly. King's Girl 1974. Dana Mackey. Let's see. Robert McCarsky is here over on YouTube. David Morales on YouTube. PM1Z Chain is here. And Tina Kelly. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. All right, let's see here. Oh, Gen X Nick is here. Good morning. Lori Christine as well. Good morning, all. All right, Alex, what do you think? Are you ready to do some indices?
Born ready, sir.
I like that attitude.
Down, 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 and down, and then down. Welcome in, everybody. Thursday, this fine November 6th, 2025. S&P 500 down 75.45 to 6,720. Dow is down 484 points to 46,826. NASDAQ is down 411 points to 23,088. Gold spiked up over 4,025 over the course of the early morning hours, but it is now back down to zero for the day at $3,992 per ounce. Silver is down 22 cents at $47.80 per ounce. Crude oil is down 58 cents to $59.02 per barrel. Looking at the crypto market across the board, Bitcoin down 3%. We're at the $100,000 mark, 100,982. Ethereum down 4% to 3,284. XRP down 2.35% at $2.23. Cardano down almost 5% at 52 cents. Stellar Lumen XLM is down almost 5% at 27 cents. SUI down 5%, $1.93. H-bar down 5.4% at 16 cents. So down, 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 and down, and down. Interesting posts that I found for today. Chronicles 7:14 Bible verse, which is highlighted with an American flag in a photo, says, if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and will forgive their sins and heal their lands. That's post 2441. Post 2442 immediately following, same day. History is being made. You are the saviors of mankind. Nothing will stop what is coming. Nothing.
Oh, I like that. Boy, do I like that. That's a great one, Alex. Thank you.
Well, there were a lot to choose from, so.
Yeah, I know. And it kind of gets, there's so many that it's hard to read them all. Rugs 1204 is here. Terry Dykes is here. Good morning. Well, hello, Hits. Hitesh, glad you can make it. D said, is the market upset because Nancy Pelosi is retiring finally? I don't know, man. Talk about investment advice. She should have her own side business with that.
I was going to say, I'm upset. Who am I going to follow to pick stocks now?
Exactly. Benji 1959. Good morning, Ben. Oh, let's see. Oh, Jody Singleton 8 said, awesome. Exactly. Wendy said, NCSWIC. Exactly. Sassy Minnesota Girl said, but what's coming? Well, I think there's a lot coming. And I think it's time to.
What's here? Not what's coming.
Yeah,
what's here.
Very much so. Very much so. David Morale said, retired my number, we snap coded comms. Huh. I don't know what the hell that means, David, but give us some more details. Brian, yes, she did announce she was retiring. I just saw it just before it came on air. So it's a good thing. Sue B is here. Good morning, Sue B. Dave, do you have are you able to do something today?
Sure.
There you are.
Yes, sir. Welcome in on this beautiful Thursday. Just like Alex's markets, mine are also down across the board. Corn is down 4 to 6. Soybeans are down 26 to 28 today. Wheat is down 17 to 19 cents per bushel. Cattle is down 1.6%, and hogs are down 1.5. I don't know if we talked about this yesterday, but the USDA is only releasing 35% of the normal monthly SNAP benefits for this month. So,
Gee, I wonder why.
they're cutting the fat, and they're getting rid of the corruption.
Exactly. 100% I agree. So Michelle Shepard 7295 is on YouTube, and it's Lace and Steel. She's over on YouTube this morning. Oh, you sly person, you. Kathleen Paschke is here over on Facebook. Good morning, Kathleen. James, are you able to give us a military report this morning?
Yes, sir, I am.
Oh, wonderful. Okay. I'm
not
never
really
quite,
much
I'm
of one-
never quite sure because when you're on the road, I know it's difficult for you.
It's a little bit more difficult when I'm out here doing my thing, but Dave did manage to give me a wake up call. I think if he did. I talked to him this morning anyway. Not too awful long ago, we talked about the Sikorsky Black Hawk helicopter that went fully autonomous, and I just kind of wanted to touch base on it. The reason I'm not giving a full military report is, one, I haven't had really the time to dig into all branches of military service, but the other part of it is it's really quiet out there. There's not a lot being talked about, and you know what happens when they're not talking? They're doing something.
Right.
So the Black Hawk helicopter had taken part in an exercise in northern Michigan, or in Michigan, called Exercise Northern Strike 25-2. And basically they bring a bunch of different units with a bunch of different things, and they test out to see what the new latest and greatest thing can offer. And the Black Hawk helicopter was converted from a fully functional piloted vehicle to basically a piloted drone. The interesting part is that I wanted to point out today is people are learning, like Alex. Alex is a gee whiz guy on the computers. Young men and women today have learned how to fly in a fully autonomous Black Hawk helicopter in less than 1 hour.
Wow. Wow.
It was pretty cool. Their first test was a sling load with a 2,900 gallon water blivet. They had to pick it up off the ground, take it to a source, and drop the water. And they were successful at doing that. So that just goes to show you what autonomous vehicles can really do and where we're at today.
You mean playing with all those remote controls as a kid is going to pay off?
Exactly. That's exactly right, Alex. Well, and in terms of our first story today, James, we'll go to you. The U.S. Air Force launches a GT-254 nuclear-capable missile from Vandenberg Space Force Base in California. Do you think they're anticipating something, or is this just a regular drill?
No, that's probably just a training exercise. One, they want to see the capability. They don't know if it's going to go 10 feet and fall down, fall on the ground, or if it's actually going to perform. I think a lot of the things that Elon Musk talks about with his capability, I think they refer to him for a lot of things. Elon's got it going on with rockets. He's the new rocket man.
Yeah, isn't that the truth?
John Denver's fired.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Tire Man's here. Good morning, Tire Man. Valerie James just showed up. Good morning, Valerie. Yes, Brian, I see the squirrels in the chat. I know Mary Lee's Brown. Let's see. I think it was Mary Lee's Brown sent something that I hadn't seen before. Oh, yeah, it was Alex. She sent it to Alex. That was really cool, Mary Lee's. Thank you.
Did I miss it? Damn it.
What
did I miss?
Oh, I don't know what. It was this crazy looking space thing, I think.
Probably sent it while I was reading. Sorry. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Martini Time's here. Good morning, Martini Time. All right, Dave, any comment on this this missile being launched from California?
No, I agree. It's a test or it's a show of force too. So you
Yeah.
can look at it a couple different ways, but
Yeah. Alex, any comment?
Um, they've been around for a while, so I'm a little curious about the launch. So again, we'll just have to sum of all fears it and wait and see.
Yeah, exactly. Michelle Shepard, who is Lace Steel over on TikTok, said, "No TikTok out in the desert digging for gold." Well, let us know if you hit the main vein, Lace Steel. Would love to know. All right, let's see. So China is going to lift export control measures on 15 U.S. entities and pause such measures for 16 others for 1 year, starting November 10th. Well, in terms of the tariffs, it looks like China flinched first. What do you think, Alex?
Well, after listening yesterday, I'm walking on pins and needles to see what the Supreme Court comes back with on this tariff stuff, because if it goes one way, the rocket is on its way to the moon, and if it goes the other way, it's a Challenger 1986 disaster. So we're just gonna have to be patient and see. But it does appear that China's like, okay, hey, wait a minute. They flinch first. Let's see how Trump responds. We'll let it rest through the weekend and find out how hopefully SCOTUS comes back soon with their decision. But it's definitely in 52 years, this particular SCOTUS decision is either going to make or break this country.
Well, and apparently the Chevron deference was finally settled yesterday as well, and it's in full force. The bureaucracy is done. They are not going to be able to create these bureaucratic boards to govern the United States people. That in and of itself is a huge move. So I wouldn't be surprised if SCOTUS came back in favor of President Trump with the tariffs. I don't see them doing it any other way. But like you said, I just don't know.
Hopefully that was the final nail in the coffin and the damn ATF goes away.
Yeah, exactly. James?
What you worried about, Alex?
I'm not worried about anything. I'm tired of waiting for months and months and months and months and months and filling out paperwork after paperwork after paperwork and being on a registry of people knowing what I got. Like, I'm over it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I didn't mean to pick the bone that way. I was just, poking the rib. Anyway, I think it's an imperative decision. Pins and needles, it's more than just guns, ammo, and alcohol and tobacco and firearms. It's more than that. This is something that President Trump has hoped for. To be even challenged with SCOTUS is kind of an embarrassment. It should have been a done, dirty deal over with. But they keep us on our pins and needles, like Alex says, and it is nerve wracking. For me, hey, I'm old enough now; it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
I'm going to Thailand one way or another.
Hey, Mama Bear's here. She said, "Sam, did you not see me come in?" No, I didn't, Mama Bear. I just saw this now. Sometimes the chat moves so quick, I don't keep up all the time. Mama Bear said, "Sorry if I missed anybody's greeting, but now I got to go to work, Oh, we get it. Likely story, the old work story. We're on to you, Mama Bear. All right.
Full mental jacket said Alex wants a tank too. I want a tank, and I want an F-16 fighter, maybe an F-22 Raptor, and I want some really great big cannons and about 400 pounds of tannerite. Like, the list goes on and on. If I win the lottery, there'll be signs.
Well, and I'll tell you, I would settle for a couple of military drones because I'd like to do it from my living room. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Tannerite's the cheapest, is going to be the easiest for you there than all the rest. But yeah, buy it on the TikTok shop.
What is
That's
that,
what
James?
you want, Alex. That's an Apache helicopter.
Apache.
Oh, gotcha.
That's what you really want.
Yeah.
I've got one of those. It's remote control.
Exactly. All right, let's see here. Yeah. Brian saying, buy it on the TikTok shop. Exactly. Cognitive Dissonance says, call me. I can help with military drones. Boy, that would be nice. I don't know if it's legal, but that would be nice. Squiggly77 said, "Who needs the lottery when we have XRP?" Exactly. Let's hope for the best. I knew
That's it right there.
I knew I was going to get a rise out of James there. Laura McCrary is here. McCray, excuse me. Good morning, Laura. Brian said, "I've got 2 pounds of tannerite waiting to go boom, Alex." Oh, gosh, here we go. We got to be careful here.
Quarter pound and a pumpkin, and I'm a happy dude.
Yeah, exactly. I've seen you with that stuff before. At least I've seen video. All right, so let's see. Michelle Lace and Steel over on YouTube said, "The real Alex, I'm with you. Free the Pew Pew owners to have our stuff without eyeballs watching." 100%. 100%.
Shall not be infringed.
Hey, cool grandma's here. Hey, cool. Glad you could make it. Dave, what is that? Show everybody yours. Can you show it so everybody can see it? Oh, yeah, it's not really coming up, but it's saying, what does it say in the cap? Oh, there we go.
Florida Realtor of the Year.
Exactly. And speaking of Florida Realtor of the Year, John Solomon was on Bannon's War Room yesterday, and he said Mondani's mask is slipping. The DSA in New York, the group that put him in office, just laid out a radical plan. Force New York City to divest from anything Jewish, restrict land sales, and weaken the NYPD. This isn't reform, it's revolution. 100% I agree. Alex, what do you make of it?
Well, and what also popped up on X this morning, who is he standing beside and who was congratulating him on his win? None other than the son of George Soros, Alex Soros. Folks, the writing is on the wall.
100%. James?
Another stolen election, in my opinion, based on what I read. I listened to a bunch of stuff last night as I was, sending the red rocket across the mountains of Georgia.
Hey, careful with that red rocket.
Well, I'm not yet. Okay. Different unit.
Exactly.
Couldn't tell by the mustache.
Dave, any comment?
Well, and there are some reports on a few people saying Jewish Christians and the NYPD is going to be targeted. So it's going to get interesting before it's not. I mean, we know what the purpose of it is, and it's going to be NYC is going to be changing, not for the better.
What happened to never forget?
Yeah, and also too, you can't tell the people, you have to show them. And I think that's what we're seeing play out in New York City. I think that's what we're seeing play out in California. And apparently Gavin Newsom, and I haven't been able to confirm this, but nice crab, Dave. But it looks like Gavin Newsom has been funneling advertising money from Prop 50 to his presidential campaign. Now, I'm no political expert, but that's got to be illegal, don't you think, Alex?
Yeah, that's why I sent you the article.
Oh, you sent it to me. Okay.
Are you kidding me? Like, it's.
And I heard that
they don't even care anymore. They don't even. Whoa!
Wow, that's cool.
They're not even trying to hide it. Just out in the open. Hey, my hand's in the cookie jar, and the cookie jar belongs to you, American people.
Yeah, exactly. That was Mary Louise Brown that sent that to you, Alex. That was cool.
I heard multiple NYPD officers are retiring.
Up to 4,000.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. It is
because
going to be,
they're not gonna put their pensions at risk.
It's going to be a cluster if in fact that does happen. James, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's pretty disgusting. It seems like parts of our government parts of our country are succeeding and excelling. And then you go to a state like New York where it's hard to explain, but California's not far behind them.
Yeah, 100%. David Morale said, getting closer to exposing the Soros family. Yeah, I personally think they've been oh, nice, Charlie. Thank you. I personally think that they've been dealt with. They just hasn't been optically released yet. But either way, they have been nefarious for decades. Yes, Brian, I see the squirrels in the chat. Talbani3 said Houston is hiring. I'm not sure what that. Oh, Houston Police Department. Oh, Glenn said Illinois too. Huh. Interesting.
You're fired.
Again. All right. So let's see. According to Zero Hedge, U.S. household debt hit a record $18.6 trillion as student loans are defaulting and exploding. It's not just student loans that are on fire. The delinquency rate for credit cards also jumped to 12.4%, the highest since 2011. Dave, what do you think? Are we going to be seeing some sort of a meltdown in the stock market? I mean, we were down, 400 points already, Alex, today?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Prices
it's
down.
across the board on everything, right, Alex? On grains, on
everything. Everything.
Yeah. We were maybe delayed on that Black Monday a little bit here. We'll see what tomorrow brings. But I mean, it's well, just to give you guys heads up, I got my October bill yesterday for my electrical, and obviously we're in harvest, so we're not running our grain dryers. We're running more than normal. My bill was $1,333 for last month for our farm.
Is that a lot or a little?
That's a lot.
It's usually $600 at max.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah, a little insane. I called up, I go to the lady, I go, this has got to stop. We just can't keep going like this. You
Right.
know, unbelievable.
James, what are your thoughts on all of this debt building up?
Well, just like what Dave says, going through a little bit of increase in usage, but to double the price, I think Dave's sitting right in the honey hole when it comes to the big companies that are moving in, vacuuming up the power. I think that you're going to see the expense for electricity go crazy. Even mine at home when I'm not home is still over $150 a month. So it's that the power thing is a real deal. As far as debt, you look at refining. How do you refi to wipe out that debt, turn it into a house payment that's tax deductible when the interest rate only drops by a quarter? I've been sitting on that ledge for a long time, waiting for that to fall off, just to get rid of a couple higher interest rate things that I don't really appreciate. Not wanting to cash in my XRP, and hell, if I did, I wouldn't get what I was supposed to get. So right now we're on a wavering road, but I will say this: the worst road of all was the ones in Illinois by J.D. Pritzker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, to give you perspective, at the peak of 2000, leading into 2008, okay, and the housing bubble, and we all remember what happened then. The average household threshold for Q4 of 2007 was 13 billion, right, for total household debt across the country. From 2008 to 2013, it dropped down to 12.7. From 2014 to today, another period in time, you're looking at $17.8 trillion.
Unsustainable.
No. 240% higher than 1995. No, there's no inflation. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
It's only 2%.
Well, and that's the other thing too. Inflation is cumulative. They talk about 1, 2, 3% of inflation per month. It's cumulative. It doesn't go away. The dollar's eroding in terms of the buying power, and something has got to happen. And I think that's a perfect lead-in to the title of the show when we were talking about XRP and Ripple. And Ripple made an announcement yesterday saying that they partnered with MasterCard to introduce RLUSD credit card settlements on the XRP ledger. Now, I thought that would have propagated or caused XRP to moonshot, but it didn't. Alex, what do you make of it?
It's good news. It's one piece to the puzzle. It's not. We can't sell the puzzle until all the pieces are in place. And right now, I think we're still working on the border.
Yeah, James.
Well, I too, Sam, expected some more positivity out of XRP yesterday. And there's something that it feels like they've thrown a big net over just about anything that could be positive. I'm not certain why. If it wouldn't be for you four guys, I wouldn't smile throughout the day.
Yeah. Well, I think, like Alex said, there are many pieces to the puzzle. And I think as we move forward, it'll become clearer. Steve Jobs gave a commencement speech to the Stanford graduating class years ago. And he said that life is kind of like a tapestry that you can't really see clearly that tapestry until you look back on it from the future. And that, he started off by taking a calligraphy class, and that led into Apple. And I think that is partly what we're seeing here with all of this stuff with XRP. I don't think we're going to see clearly the roadmap until we're looking back on it. And I don't know how close we are to the end, but we're certainly moving in the right direction. What do you think, James?
So you're saying I need to take calligraphy to learn how to
No.
that would be. I have extensive cursive, but it's not that good.
Yeah, no.
I Sam, I don't really know. I think, we talk about dates like November 22nd, supposedly going to be something happen with the ISO 20022. Alex and I and you have different opinions about what's pulling it back, what's holding it back. I still go back to the same thing about private ledger and retail ledger over the counter. I think once they merge those two together, that's going to probably be the catalyst that sets a lot of things off in motion. I often wonder about Nasara Jasara. President Trump said this is the year of the Jubilee. This is going to be the golden era. Golden era is showing up in one place right now, and that's in the White House. We're not talking about Fort Knox. We haven't heard about the audit and the result from that, if it even happened. So there's a lot of things that are coming together, but boy, talk about a movie. I don't have enough popcorn for it.
I know, and it's so many things that are unexpected. Dave, what do you think?
Well, I think it's just one more piece to the puzzle until you actually can see the full picture.
Yeah.
So as you take, you would think that would be a boost. I just think you have to get all the pieces before you see what the main thing is. And just as long as we're moving forward with it, we're going the right direction, right?
Right, and I think we're honed in on a specific part of the tapestry, but if you zoom out, you can see a better picture, the 40,000-foot view. But again, I don't think the tapestry is complete, and there's no way to really determine it at this point. Let's see here. Taubani3 said, is XRP crypto? Yes, it is. Yes, XRP is crypto. Cryptocurrency is the umbrella term for digital currencies, essentially. Squiggly77 said, November 23rd, XRP at 100,000 plus. If it does hit 100,000 on November 23rd, as Alex likes to say, there will be signs. 100%.
James would for sure have his red rocket out again at that point.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? We'd have to contain James.
Alex, if it goes to 100 grand, I'm not going to buy you the steak. I'm going to buy you a cattle pot full of steers.
There we go.
You're going to get a whole damn cow wagon full.
No, thank you. I don't want to have to give them shots and antibiotics and pills and hurt them. And just buy me the damn steak, okay? We'll eat it in Thailand together.
Yeah, there you go.
The ISO 20022. Just so everyone understands it. Someone in the comments, where to go? Free range rooster. We're not going to give financial advice, and my personal opinion is take what you can without putting yourself in jeopardy, and just make it a monthly reoccurring. Every month I'm gonna take this much. It's like a savings account. I'm just gonna move it from here to here. Again, not financial advice. We're not investors. There's risks in everything. Just telling you what I've been doing for a long time. If it's $5 a month, if it's $10 a month, if it's $500 a month, whatever that is, move it over, and it's a set it and forget it. I'm never going to pull it out. If it does go to the moon at some point, go back to 2013. Everybody thought you were crazy that Bitcoin would hit $100. Now it's sitting at over 100,000. If you put $100, 2013 in, it would be worth 100,000 today. So, you know, my game is the long game. By 2030, 2035, 2040, God willing, and the creek don't rise, as the interstate says. You know, then there's going to be some things for me to do with it, but I'm going to live off of the interest of it. I'm not going to sell it. I'm not going to get rid of it. It's an investment, much like the gold and silver that you purchase physical, put it away, bury it in a jar like our great grandparents did behind the old oak tree at the backside of the property. And when you bought it, it was, you know, $100 worth of gold that's now worth $400,000 worth of gold. You know, it's long term. But the ISO 20022 is an international standard for how cross-border payments, so money moving between institutions, it's the standard for the messaging service, right? What was the date? FedWire, which is what Treasury and the Federal Reserve Bank used to do cross-border payments, their deadline was July. They had to have it implemented and going by July. The new deadline is the SWIFT deadline. This isn't a government mandate. This is the industry driving change, right? But SWIFT is what has put out global cross-border payments, end of coexistence period. So where we're at right now since July with FedWire is you've got the old system of messaging and you have the new system of messaging, and they're running side by side. But come November, they have to turn off the old messaging system. But the new messaging system has been running for probably over a year. This isn't new, right? So all the hype around November 22nd, again, when you understand compliance, this is just a new standard of how we're going to do things, but it doesn't necessarily mean that, okay, it's all going over to this particular highway and we're gonna trash the old highway. They run side by side until everything's up and going.
Yeah, great explanation, Alex. Tire Man said, "Damn, I love that prediction." Yeah, I think we all do, Tire Man. I'm telling you. John Gwynn, buy it on the TikTok shop. I know. I thank you, John, for having our back as usual. It is. What time? Oh yeah, geez, it is sponsor time. Thank you, everybody. I didn't catch that. So, Mike Lindell, MyPillow, MyPillow.com, MyStore.com. Use the discount code SAM. Get a huge discount on everything Mike offers. We have Neil Naturopathic. Now, Dr. Neil, I think, is going to be on tomorrow with us with Dr. Glidden. I'm waiting for him to confirm that. But Dr. Glidden has developed hair care products. Now, I want everybody to know, I have a whole bunch of products from MyPillow. I use Dr. Neil's hair products. It's the only products that I use and I have for years. And also with Dr. Glidden, I am a paying member of his membership. So I want you to know that I don't bring people on as sponsors unless I personally use it and try it. So with Neil Naturopathic, go to neilnaturopathic.com, use the discount code SAM20, and you'll get 20% off your order. With Dr. Glidden, go to my website, samshalhoub.com. In the upper right-hand corner, you'll see Dr. Glidden's name. Click on that link, use the code SAM, and you'll get a 30% discount on his already discounted membership. Alex, meditation today?
Link is in my bio. I wrote a guide, a tried and true way to meditate. It's the easy road to a peaceful mind. If you link in my bio, or if you go to Amazon.com and type in Alex Raymer, it'll come up. If you buy the book, I will give you 1 hour one-on-one coaching. We'll do a Zoom call together and we'll make sure that you understand and grasp it. But if you implement it on a daily basis, it will change everything about your world.
Yeah, 100%. And I bought the book. I've read the book multiple times. I've spent time on the phone with Alex. I would encourage everyone to get that book. It is absolutely phenomenal. Kathleen Patchke said over on Facebook, said, "Am I the only one you're freezing for?" I didn't. Am I getting freezing here? If I am, I'm not aware of it, Kathleen. It may be a Facebook issue. I'm not sure. All right. Well, let's see. Let's move on. Oh, somebody had said, oh, Teresa Wood said they just cut the live. Huh. I don't know. Are we live still, Alex, on everything?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Yeah, I see us.
What's that?
I see everything.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking at Verizon, Spectrum, T-Mobile, AT&T, Microsoft, Facebook, Instagram, Azure, Teams. There's quite a bit of activity right now on Down Detector, so it may just.
Oh no, it's the blackout! Everybody prepare! Dave, what are you gonna do if you're out in the middle of nowhere and it blacks out on you?
I guess I'll just walk.
Exactly. James, what the hell is that thing?
That's a farm tractor and a Salford.
What does the device do behind the tractor?
What it does is it chews up the corn stalks and it turns up the dirt, and there's a crumbler on the back that refines the soil into smaller pieces. It's called the Salford. It's a 40-foot tool.
Is it like to create mulch or something?
Yeah, you go in the cornfield and you tear it up. You cut up all the corn stalks and all the residue. We use it on bean ground once in a while. It makes it just as smooth as a baby's ass.
Did you get that one, Lisa? Got to make sure we get all those. Wow, Kathleen Patchy said they cut your voices and just have your picture still about 20 times. Wow.
Go back out and come back in.
Yeah, maybe try that, Kathleen. Go out and come back in. Huh. I don't know what the hell's going on over there. It could be just if Alex said there's that many people on Down Detector. Who knows what's going on?
Yeah, if she's watching on Facebook has a pretty significant spike right now.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, a lot of people are saying they're losing sound, they're losing picture. Oh well. Hang in there, everybody. If we go dark, you'll know what happened. I hit the wrong button.
If we go dark, don't come to Kansas.
Yeah. Oh gosh, here we go. All right. So President Trump was made a statement yesterday, and he was talking about denuclearizing the United States, Russia, and China. He said, quote, and we're maybe working on a plan to denuclearize the three of us. We'll see if that works. James, what do you make of that?
Ain't no way in a pig's ass that'll happen.
Yeah. Is that a technical term, a pig's ass?
Apparently, yeah. You know, when you are number one in superiority, air power superiority, and military might, there's no way that we're going to pull our nuclear subs out of the water with nuclear reactors that can go to sea for 30 years. We're not taking aircraft carriers out of the water. We are not going to denuclearize anything. Here we are talking about having microreactors powering military bases, and I understand that there's a difference between military nuclear power and what's available to society. Sam Shalhoub can get plutonium at his house. I can get it at my house. But as far as when you get refined weapons grade plutonium, there's no way they're going to take it.
Yeah, exactly.
Careful, Alex. Don't run out of oxygen.
Yeah. Ortis Drain 8466 on YouTube said, I understand that we are all different. That's the reason I'm asking, but am I welcome in here? I'm not sure what question you had, Ortis Drain, but of course you are welcome. We can disagree as long as we do it respectfully. I have no problem with people disagreeing with me. And I'm not sure what question that you asked because I don't see it in the chat, but of course you are welcome. Absolutely. Whether you agree with us or not really makes no difference. Alex, what do you think about this denuclearization?
I'm going to Mars.
You're going to, oh, okay. All right. Well, let us know how it is over there.
It's a little crusty. I think, I mean, look, if you're the peacemaker, it would make sense that you know, I think it's lost on a lot of people just how devastating a nuclear blast is. It doesn't hit the ground. It goes off in the air above the ground, and it basically turns it into a glass parking lot. Like, that would be the end of life on this planet as we know it. If there was an all-out World War III nuclear, like it's game over, folks. There wouldn't be 500 people maybe left on this globe. Like it's bad. It's real bad. So if you're the peacemaker, it makes sense that, yeah, I personally, for the future of my children, grandchildren, great grandchildren, and generations on, would love to see something like that happen. What would a world look like where we didn't have the doom and gloom boogeyman nuclear holocaust hanging over our heads?
Tim Shaw 707 said, Alex, I can't take you seriously right now. I wonder if it has something to do with his spacesuit.
Is it the big head that he's got, or what?
Oh, there we go. Squiggly77 said, Trump wants world peace. We deserve it dearly. 100% he does. 100% I agree. All right, so let's move on. We have, so this is really interesting. I'm going to come to you first on this one, Dave. Carrie Kelly over on X said that the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals ruled that the USDA acted unlawfully by exempting seed oils from our mandatory bioengineered labeling requirements. The loophole used to exempt the majority of ultra-processed food has now been closed, and the USDA is required to devise a plan to fix this. Does this mean that we're going to have big changes in the grocery store labeling? Dave, what do you think?
Yeah, I assume that's what it is. Bioengineered is
GMO, right?
Yeah, GMO and all that stuff. But it's what our intake is. So they basically did that to approve it, to get it put in products, which is a good thing for our health and everything, as everybody knows on this. So ultimately, it's a good thing, and it's RFK moving forward with his reasoning. And
Right.
could it be a Chevron issue too, right?
It
Rules
it
that
could
has
be.
to be passed.
Yeah, I think it all plays together.
Yep.
James, what do you think?
Well, I agree, and one simple experiment, and I know that I used to have this as nice turkey, Alex. That's great. I did this simple experiment when I first learned about it. You can go to your kitchen counter or cabinet, and where you keep your canned goods, and pick up a can of Campbell's SpaghettiOs. And I know that sounds weird, but that used to be my fave. SpaghettiO with meatballs. And you look
Don't
at
tell my wife.
You look at the ingredients on the back, and nearly every canned soup or anything canned from Campbell's said this product contains bioengineered ingredients. Nice, Elvis. So if you just simply go to your pantry and you look at your canned food and pull a Campbell's soup can out and take a look, and it says this container or this product contains bioengineered ingredients, they should tell us everything. You know, when they pass laws that we go to a restaurant and we're eating meat that was created in a lab and they don't have to tell us, I don't agree with that at all.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Jerry BR549, thank you for the gifts, Jerry. LSC.3, thanks, LSC. Glad you made it. Yeah, I think, Alex, you have any comment on that?
Blech.
Sorry.
Genetically modified, genetic engineering, bioengineering. They look, Dave can probably attest, and James, they splice DNA from other things into the plant as it grows, and so the corn comes out, and the corn now has insect DNA in it, so that the insects won't eat the corn. Like they're effing with our food, man, and ways that you don't even know are happening. Genetically modified tomatoes so that they can get, a tomato that's the size of a softball that looks really great in the supermarket. Oh, those are great, big, beautiful red, but there's no nutritional value to it anymore. It's all water. It's not, you've lost all the vitamins. You've lost all the wholesomeness of the vegetables so that it looks pretty, stays fresh longer, and looks big and plump on the shelves, so it'll sell.
Well, I remember over 30 years ago screaming at people about GMOs. and explaining to them that if the rodents and the insects aren't going to eat it, or if it's in that particular fruit or vegetable, it will bioaccumulate in the human body. There's no way around it. Back then they were saying, oh no, it doesn't bioaccumulate. Oh no, it's safe for humans. Bull, BS. I don't believe it for a second. When you talk about green harvesting, if you're not letting the fruit or the vegetable ripen on the vine, you're not going to develop digestive enzymes. You're not going to have the nutrients that you would if it was homegrown. Same thing with radiation. Same thing with all the other things they do to our food. My hope is that those things are going to be brought to the forefront and dealt with, and it looks like we're on that right track, at least at this point.
I think I've said this too before, Sam. Me and my buddy used to go in and clean the bins out for my dad when we were early teens, and we'd take the grates back, sweep the corn up, and we'd be mice. So we'd play mice hockey a little bit, in there, and get rid of them, clean it out. And when we started using GMO corn, nothing.
Wow.
And then 5 years, 8 years down the road, they have adapted and came back to it and started eating it again.
Wow.
But at the time, nothing.
Wow.
Crazy.
Sam, what's another interesting point about GMO and in the crops, instead of doing the things like Alex said about insects and making it to where it's they repel, why would they not leave the proteins alone? And why wouldn't they make it to where the corn cob is 2 feet long, which they could, instead of making it a certain size, they manipulate its growth pattern too. So GMO is a real mean thing, and they call it crop science with these big seed companies for a reason.
Well, and I think,
and they patent the seeds, so you can't go put your own out there. And if you're not growing the right corn, then. But the bioengineer label, I think, is a good step in the right direction. But how about we just remove it completely? Reading here, it says some varieties of salmon, apples, potatoes with enhanced gene DNA. Like, dude, don't mess with my fish.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Remove it, anything GMO from our diet. Like, we can use it for ethanol, we can use it for all that, but from our diet, what we ingest should be all removed.
And don't think for a second that big agriculture, big pharma, and everything else that we as consumers use are not connected. They are. If they destroy our food supply, we're nutritionally deficient, which causes people to come up with symptoms, which causes them to give some sort of a pharmaceutical solution that doesn't help the body. What's that, Alex?
$125. This is a PVC pipe, sealed both ends, that contains 1 acre, 1 full acre of non-genetically modified. This happens to be a sweet white Spanish onion. We got oak leaf lettuce. There's 1 full acre. There's a whole garden, 1 acre garden. And some of the city folk may not know how big of an acre garden is, but this right here is enough for me to plant and harvest 1 full acre of fruits and vegetables.
Is that something that you buy from a specific place that way, or did you do it separately and just put it in that container?
It is you can find them. It is a seed vault. I paid $125. They're sealed in nitrogen, so that each packet will last 25 years if you didn't open it. They are germination tested, and so you can do some things on your own that prevent you from having to go to the grocery store and buy the interstate isms bullshit.
Hey, I'm just going to tell you, Alex, that did not look like onions. I'm just going to say it. That looked like a set of boobs with some kind of harness on it.
Okay, let's get up. Ortis Drain over on YouTube said, I took an apple to my hotel room. It started to mellow in 2 days. I can keep an apple here almost a month. What the hell? That's a perfect point, Ortis. It's exactly right. They have been messing with our food supply primarily to make us sick and to manipulate the genome. I mean, it's just sick what's happening, but I'm hopeful, and it looks like RFK Jr. is getting to the bottom of it.
Well, a seed vault and some soil enhancements from Soil Saviors and Pat Miletich.
Yeah.
And you can then harvest those seeds, save them for the following year, and that acre could be as much as 5 acres the following year.
Right. And it was Benji 1959, excuse me. He made a comment in here. Plus, you can gather the seeds to replant. Yeah, exactly. And then Wendy said, I think Amazon has seed vaults. Interesting. I didn't know that.
TikTok
Else
shop
says
does
you
too.
can use Wick and Snap to get your seeds too.
What was that, James?
TikTok shop has that that seed thing too. I actually bought it and gifted it to a friend this year, and the benefit that I got from that was unbelievable. Unlimited amount of lettuce, and I'll tell you the interesting part about the lettuce. The stuff that she grew that was organic in her garden gave to me, and I put it in a bag and left it opened. That lettuce lasted 7 weeks and it never wilted. The stuff that you buy from the store, you're lucky if you get 3 days out of it.
Interesting. David Morales
Yeah, I
said,
think it was like 35 bucks on the TikTok shop.
wow. David Morales said 1 acre, approximately 70 yards by 70 yards. That doesn't seem right. Is that right?
That's correct.
Oh, okay. Wow. I didn't realize it. That's not quite as big as I thought it would be. That's cool. All right, let's see. Moving on. Kissing Bandit Lipstick said, you're right, James. John Glenn, buy it on the TikTok shop. We always got our back, John. I love that. So President Trump said he's making the United States the Bitcoin superpower, the crypto capital of the world, and the undisputed leader in artificial intelligence. Alex, what do you make of that statement?
Bring it on, sir. Bring it on.
100%. Dave?
Well, it's just another thing moving forward with the crypto. I mean, like I said, step by step by step, when you add it all up, we're moving forward. So we know it's coming.
Yeah.
It's out soon.
Exactly. Oh, nice. Ben said Galaxy, and now he just said the Trump train. It's on board. David Morales over on YouTube said largest natural seed banks, RHS, UK, and Antarctica, apparently. Oh, I didn't know that. Interesting.
Yeah. Look into the history of that Antarctic seed vault.
Larry 43442 said whole wheat breads lasted many weeks past the expiration date. Well, again, when they brought out enriched flour, what they basically did is they took all the nutrients out of the bread so that it could sit on the shelf without expiring. And then they add a little bit back in, and then they call it enriched, right? Well, my brother, Dr. Mike, God rest his soul, he taught me this decades ago. Essentially, if it can sit on a shelf for more than 2 or 3 days and it's not packed in salt, it's probably bad for you. And I think that's a rule of thumb to be used when you're talking about food in general.
I think I've told this before, but my boys, my kids are 29, 25, and 23 this year. Their pediatrician, when you walk through the front door to his office, sitting underneath a plexiglass cover is a Happy Meal. That Happy Meal is 20 years old, and it still looks exactly the way it did the day he bought it, complete with fries, pickle, cheese, everything sitting there. So, of course, everybody's like, hey, why is there a Happy Meal? And at the time, he's like, it's been sitting there for 5 years. It looks exactly the way it did the day I bought it and put it underneath the plastic. If mold won't eat the food, I won't either.
Yeah, 100% I agree. All right, moving on. So Democrats got the lowest rating on a Wall Street Journal poll in 35 years. Sure seems to me like the Democratic Party's done. What do you think, James?
Well, I think you're exactly right. I think they've seen the writing on the wall. The snake in the corners doesn't have teeth anymore. They're just withering down to the last movement, and the shovels are going to be coming out.
Yeah, exactly. Dave?
The snake and Nancy don't have teeth anymore. That's for damn sure.
Exactly. Tiffany Talent Tomzek said Soylent Green. Oh my God, I forgot about that movie. God, that was ugly.
That was a long time ago. Wasn't that in the mid '80s or early '80s?
I don't
That was
remember
a
when it
freaking.
was,
That
but
was 30 years ago. I remember watching that.
yeah, that was crazy.
40? Wow.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, King's Girl 1974 said it was in the 60s. Interesting. Wow. All right. So, lastly, today, the U.S. is going to cut flights by 10% at 40 airports as the shutdown persists. This is not based on what airlines have more flights out of what location. This is about where's the pressure and how do we alleviate the pressure. Can you imagine if we're not going to have as many flights on Thanksgiving and Christmas? Holy cannoli. The pressure is going to be insurmountable. What do you think, Alex?
Well, I'm pissed off. I can't get my free proctology in X-ray anymore. TSA. It's free proctology, free X-rays. Look,
I think you've been hanging out with James too long, personally, but
Hey, wait a minute. Why do I got to get involved in that?
because you're the guy, James. You're the man. You got the shoulders to handle it.
it sucks, right? Like the holidays are when we want to go spend time with family. We don't want to be thinking about politics. We don't want to be thinking about it's stressful enough, especially, I mean, father of 4 kids, 5 kids, if you add all the others in, and you try to get on a plane and travel somewhere, it's already stressful enough. But now you've got to plan hours and hours and hours ahead and in advance. And what that's going to lead to is people are not flying. And then what that's going to lead to is the government's like, oh my God, the airlines, they're suffering. We've got to turn on the printing presses and give them more money and quantitative visa. I mean, it's just our elected officials need to get their shit together and get the government roaring on all cylinders already. Let's go.
Right. Show me on TikTok said a bunch of old white Republicans sitting around talking. Who would have guessed? Well, first of all, I'm not a registered Republican. I'm a registered free thinker. Now, whether if you have if you have something constructive to say, go ahead. If you disagree with us, that's okay. But, let's not use ad hominem attacks, especially when they're not accurate. James, any comment on that last?
Absolutely. So first thing that comes to mind, it feels like it's almost a little bit of a government control thing where the government says, oh, we're not going to put as many flights in the air. Well, you know what it's going to do? It's going to provoke people to drive. Just like me, I see traffic up and down the interstates every day. And it's going to get thick. So the people that are going to enjoy that is the gas station that gets to mark up their gas and enjoy that profit. The body men that get to do all the damage or repair all the damage from the fender benders, and the towing companies that get the benefit from all the accidents that are going to happen. Yeah. When you put all those people on these roads, somebody's going to screw up. Somebody's going to read a text and drift. I see it every day, and it's going to be a wild holiday for a lot of reasons. I'm on another campaign for about a week, and I'm headed home, and I'm hanging the keys up for the remainder of the year.
Good for you, James. Good for you. Safe travels, my brother. Safe travels. John Gwynn said, show me the money. I'm not sure what you're talking about, John. Free to be me is here. Hey, good morning, Bobby. Glad you could make it, brother. Traveler, thank you for all the gifts. All right, everybody. So that's it for today. We did not hit our 100,000, which is really surprising, but that's okay. We'll dance next time we do, which will probably be tomorrow. So we're going to move direct. Oh, wait, let me do some honorable mentions. Benji 1959, Mary Lee Brown, Charlie, John Gwynn, Traveler, Wendy, Martini Time, Wendy J, Christy B78, King's Girl 1974, Vicky Veronic, Dana Mackey, Joy, Glenn, Martins WB, Squiggly 77, Kevin Keesler, Pure Bullet Holly Johns, Towie Bixby, Kathleen Garcia, and the list goes on. Thank you all for the gifts. All right, James, final thoughts?
Yeah, I'm kind of going with what I said about driving for travel to get to your destination for these holidays that are coming up. One thing is plan it. Give yourself an ample amount of time so you're not driving like a wild man or woman to get to your destination, and be aware of fatigue driving. If you start to get drowsy, if you yawn 3 times, you need to pull over and go to bed. And those are just standard rules that I abide by. And something as simple as that can maybe save lives. and that's important. We all want you to get to where you're going, and I for one never know if I'm going to make it, but hey, that's what I'm out here to do. I've been doing it for a while. But thanks everybody for being here, listening to my half awake statements. I appreciate it. Love y'all.
We're just glad you're here, James. Dave?
Well, it's interesting. I just want everybody to travel safe, leave early if you can this year. You wouldn't catch me dead in the airport for sure this year, until we get things straightened out. I know the President Trump made an announcement in the Oval Office at 11. I'm not sure what that was all about. Be interesting to see what he says, but he's going to be busy with the Central Asian countries today in some lateral meetings, and he has dinner with them tonight at 7. So let's see what that all brings to the surface here.
Excellent. Thanks, Dave. Alex?
In the great words of Grok, when you give it the right prompt, in the quiet rhythm of each day, pause and whisper thanks for the breath in your lungs, the warmth of the sun, the quiet strength within you. Gratitude isn't just a feeling, it's a spark that fuels the soul. Nurture yourself with kindness, rest when weary, move with joy, nourish your body and your mind. We are all worthy of our own care, and the gratitude and self-love will help you bloom into your fullest, brightest self. Time is not lost on us that you choose to spend it with us every day. Those of you that have given the gifts today, thank you. It's very kind of you, not needed, but appreciated. And we'll see you guys all for a wonderful Friday show tomorrow. Stay blessed.
100%. I agree with all of you, gentlemen. And keep in mind, tomorrow is Friday, so we'll be doing our subscriber-only live. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Alex, will you tell everybody how to clear their cache again to make sure?
First off, right up there in the corner, right next to Sam's name, where you click the follow button, click that. Once you click that, where you claim your daily points for comments and tapping the screen and the wonderful things you guys do, there is a super fan subscriber area. That's where you can get to that. If you are a person that has been a subscriber for a while, and we've had issues on Fridays with you being able to see the subscriber fan, super fan live, what you need to do is go down. Once you're off of this screen, the main TikTok page, down in the bottom, you'll see your little profile picture. Click on that. There's 3 dots at the top. When you click on that, there's security settings. If you go to cellular, there's a button that says clear cache. You probably have 400 or 500 megabytes of data that TikTok stores so that it can serve the pages up to you. Clear your cache and then come into our subscriber live, and it should function fine. Thank you. Look at that. I got
Nice ice cream. And Wendy J, thank you for the cake. All right, everybody. As the guys have said in this, James.
Just one thing, Sam. I wanted to say hi to one of our special viewers. His name is Ego. He's the motor grader operator over in Iowa that Dave introduced me to when I was over there. He watches every day. And I'm just going to say, Ego, it's 108. You should have them wheels turning.
There we go. And welcome,
hey,
Ego.
Ego, my ego.
Exactly. All right, everybody. As Alex and James and Dave have said, we are so grateful that you choose to spend part of your day with us. We just love it, and we love all of you. And, of course, all the guys on the screen. So even though we have bumps in the road, even though it can be challenging at times, just remember that the best is yet to come. All right, everybody. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow morning, subscriber only live after the show. So make sure your subscription's up to date, and we should have Dr. Glidden and Dr. Neal on tomorrow. So we'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks, guys.
So much, you may even